It's time for the major news on The Bridge 99 FM.
The headlines: no extension for St. Catherine state of emergency. ODPP seeks death penalty for accused in Clarendon massacre. Prime Minister to provide cost of Commonwealth candidacy campaign. In regional news, wage increase for public sector workers in Guyana. And in international news, U.S. recommends vaccine for monkeypox. And in sports, the Jay Gale to assess knee injury overseas, and Serena Williams loses first Wimbledon match. And in entertainment, Cardi B to release new single for the summer. Bridge Nation, I'm Lafine Wigan, and now the details. We begin with local news. The state of emergency imposed in St. Catherine 2 weeks ago and scheduled to expire tomorrow, June 30, will not be extended. The government has announced that it will not request an extension as it seeks to refine the regulations to be used in future measures. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang on Tuesday explained that the situation in St. Catherine has improved significantly. However, the security forces will maintain their presence in the parish. Dr. Chang said the government and security forces would adjust the methods to maintain the progress gained over the 14-day period. The security minister commented on a ruling of the Supreme Court in a recent case in which it said aspects of the regulations used in previous states of emergency were unconstitutional. In the meantime, new regulations were tabled last week. However, legal experts said the provisions are still too wide. Dr. Chang said more time is required to do a comprehensive review of the emergency powers regulations to ensure they are in keeping with the Constitution. Dr. Chang said more time is required to do a comprehensive review of the emergency powers regulations to ensure that they are in keeping with the Constitution. The government is working with the opposition to review future regulations. And the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, has filed a notice of death penalty in the Supreme Court for the sentencing of the man accused of killing a Clarendon woman and her 4 children. The notice was served on O'Shane Barnett when he appeared in the Home Circuit Court on Tuesday on a voluntary bill which allows his case to bypass a parish court hearing. A statement from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions outlines that under the provisions of the Offences Against the Person Act, the death penalty will not be imposed unless prior notice is given to the accused before the trial. The 23-year-old is currently without legal representation. He will return to court on July 22 following a psychiatric evaluation. Mr. Barnett is implicated in the killing of 31-year-old Kamisha Wright, 15-year-old Kimanda Smith, 12-year-old Sharalee Smith, 5-year-old Rafaela Smith, and 23-month-old Kishawn Henry Jr. The family was found dead in their home in Cocoa Peace, New Road, Clarendon, with wounds to their bodies. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness has 21 days to respond to questions from opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson regarding the funding of Foreign Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith's bid for the post of Commonwealth Secretary General. The questions were disclosed in Parliament on Tuesday. Mr. Robinson requested full disclosure for the total cost of the campaign for travel expenses and accommodation for the trip to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Rwanda, where the meeting was held, as well as the number of persons who attended the event. The opposition spokesman on finance also requested the cost of the marketing campaign and the source of funds used to engage the company, as well as who engaged the company and the length of the contract and other details. Meanwhile, Information Minister Robert Morgan says the government will publish details on the cost of Mrs. Johnson-Smith's campaign. Mr. Morgan said the campaign was financed by taxpayers with some support from the local private sector. Mrs. Johnson-Smith was seeking to replace Baroness Patricia Scotland, but she lost 24 to 27 in the vote. Jamaica announced Mrs. Johnson-Smith's candidacy 2 months before the Commonwealth meeting, a decision that appeared to shock some CARICOM leaders. And in regional news, private sector employees in Guyana will start receiving a 36% minimum wage increase effective July 1. A government statement said the increase has been officially gazetted and has now been signed by the Minister of Labour. President Irfan Ali had announced recently that the cabinet was in full agreement with the recommendations to increase the minimum wage. The wage increase is a fulfillment of a commitment made by the government soon after coming to power in 2020. And in international news, the U.S. has recommended that persons get vaccinated against monkeypox. Vaccines are expected to build the immune system, but if given within days or even a few weeks of first becoming infected, some vaccines can reduce the severity of symptoms. A two-dose vaccine, Jynneos, is approved for monkeypox in the United States. So far, the government has deployed over 9,000 doses of the vaccine. Officials on Tuesday say they are increasing the amount of vaccines, allocating 56,000 doses immediately and about 240,000 more over the coming weeks and more than 1 million more doses over the coming months. As of Tuesday, June 28, the U.S. had identified 306 cases in 27 states and the District of Columbia. There have been no U.S. deaths, and officials say the risk to the American public is low. It's now time for sports with Athena.
Hey Bridge Nation, I'm Athena Clark with your sports. Reigning world long jump champion Tajay Gale is now in the United States to undergo further evaluation on a knee injury he suffered at the Jamaica Trials on Sunday, June 26. The 25-year-old injured his knee while competing at the national trials over the weekend, finishing second with a best jump of 7.97 meters. The qualification round of the men's long jump at the Eugene 2022 World Athletics Championships will get underway on day one of the competition on Friday, July 15. 7-time tennis champion Serena Williams suffered a second straight Wimbledon first-round exit as she was stunned by Harmony Tan of France yesterday, June 28. The American retired a year ago following an injury in what many feared would be her last Wimbledon match. Meanwhile, her return had been eagerly anticipated, but the 115th ranked Tan caused an upset with a 7-5, 1-6, 7-6, 7 win. Harmony Tan's next Wimbledon matchup is scheduled for today, June 29, against German Tamara Korpasch. That's Sports 360. I'm Athena Clark. Now over to entertainment news with LaFane.
Thanks, Athena. And now in entertainment news, Grammy-winning rapper Cardi B is hoping to take over the summer with her latest single, Hot S. Cardi B will be accompanied by Ye and Lil Durk on the song. The single will be her first track since last year's Up, which peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 Songs chart in March 2021. Cardi B revealed in an Instagram Live that the single will show a different side of her than her usual music, which has been dubbed TikTok music by others. Hot S is set for release on Friday, July 1. And that's your entertainment news, and that was the Bridge 99 FM and Ari Jam Radio News Package, News 360, the facts you need. Catch us at 5 p.m. for another News 360. You can also download the Bridge 99 FM app in the Google Play Store and the Apple Store for all the latest happenings on the Bridge. I'm LaFane Wiggin. Have a great day.
And those are the stories making it in Bridge 99 FM's major news package right here on the Bridge 99 FM.